Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze. We're glad you're here. It is Thursday, it's Whiskey Day, and we're going to continue the theme for this week. On Tuesday, we did a rye whiskey from Claude Mays in Alabama. And we're going to do one from probably one of the most famous Tennessee whiskeys, and that's George Dickle. So this is the George Dickle Rye. I don't even remember what town they're out of. It says Connecticut, Indiana. Distilled in Lawrence, Indiana. Bottled in Connecticut. I really thought George Dickle was in Tennessee because we almost went to it, but they were closed due to COVID. So now I'm confused.
Maybe the whiskey is made there and they just...
Yeah, could be.
Source.
Maybe it's a sourced rye. I don't know. Leave a comment below. I feel bad that I don't know that information. However, if you've been watching this show since episode 1, you know that we don't tend to do a ton of research into these things because we want to go into it fresh. So the only thing we look at is distillery, cost, proof, age.
And if you watch the early episodes, we kind of tried to do some research, but then we were like, we just want to go on this blind.
Blind, yeah. So almost everything that we do is blind here. That's because we don't really want to be. We started this whole thing. I pushed for this whole thing to learn about whiskey and to work on our own senses.
Yeah.
And
we don't want to be
led
or any suggestions.
Yeah.
Or anything.
So I try to stay away from any reviews and any actual distillery web pages until after the review, because if you've ever been to distillery web page and you look up George Dickle Rye, it's probably going to say it tastes like this and smells like this and the bite is like this, and we don't want that. So,
or if you go to like some of the websites that do like this is the best whiskey of the year, they'll tell you what it tastes like. We don't want that. We want to just...
Yeah, we don't even read the bottle except for the proofage and names and stuff. So make sure you understand that before you leave hateful comments about, well, that's actually, a California... No, whatever. Okay, so...
We're just here to try whiskey.
After that little soapbox, if you still like what we do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. George Dickle Rye. We have about 4 more George Dickles coming up. Some really iconic George Dickles. We've actually done a George Dickle in the past. You remember what it was? We did a George Dickle that was aged in a Tabasco barrel. The George Dickle Tabasco.
I remember that. I don't remember what it tastes like.
It did not taste good straight, but it made some really good cocktails. So, this is the George Dickle Rye. It is from the George Dickle Distillery. It is 45% or 90 proof. No age statement. And the cost for this is actually super reasonable at $21.99. So that's going to make it a 3-barrel on cost.
Okay.
George Dickle is actually really reasonable except for some of their signature editions.
So you putting it at 21?
$21.99, yep.
Because the last episode...
But that was a 1 penny difference. This is a $2 difference. We'd have to subtract $2 to go to the 4-barrel. So, it's a 3-barrel.
Alrighty.
This was actually a gift to my dad, my stepdad, and he probably forgot about it because he's old. So, but I need to get this to him.
If he didn't forget about it, we wouldn't be doing an episode.
Yeah. I need to get this down to him so he can enjoy it, except for probably one of those bottles that, was a gift from my kid, so I need to keep it until I die. Remember, he's got a Jim Beam down there that's a normal Jim Beam, but he won't open it and drink it because it was a gift.
Maybe we should just tell him that he's died and then we can just
drink it. We talked about just drinking and putting iced tea in it, but... All right, so... Just like last week, we're doing our Tuesday, we're doing a rye. This one's much more mellow.
It's more fruity.
Yeah, you're getting the rye, light fruit, not so much a dark fruit. So, kind of a pear.
A little bit of the tobacco, because tobacco and rye, it kind of goes hand in hand. A little bit of banana.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, I've been catching those bananas lately.
Vanilla. I think you're starting to associate better because you have that chart. You never had that chart until I made it probably, almost a year ago for you. And you've been really concentrating because in the first 400 episodes, it was like, yeah, it smells good, yeah.
And now it's like I'm not even marking anything.
Right. You're really...
just looking at it.
Yeah, you're getting much better and being descriptive.
Yeah, and it's kind of like...
Like last week, or last episode, you said something about Dr. Pepper, and I was like, wow, that's actually insightful. It does smell like Dr. Pepper.
Kind of like...
I put vanilla.
It's got the floral to it.
Okay. What kind of floral, though? Like
I'm thinking it's like...
not really rose or potpourri.
I was thinking potpourri, but
almost jasmine.
Maybe. I don't know the last time I smelled jasmine.
Jasmine, maybe even... we'll just put hints of floral because...
I think maybe the flowers that your grandma used to...
Okay. Grandma would have done hibiscus and... what else would she do? Roses, yeah. I'm going to say this is a 3.5 on aroma.
Yeah.
Where it's about average on a rye. And remember, this is to me, a low budget rye. I still don't want to give it back, so. Wow. Very cooling, not spicy. Right away, folks, this is a 5 on bite for me. There is no bite, no lingering.
It's so just like
very
smooth on the
very
tongue.
Smooth, not spicy. There's a little bit of back end burn, but this is like, I was not expecting this. This is very nice on the bite.
I'm gonna say on the flavor though,
it's a little cooling effect, which I didn't really expect with a rye.
It's not that rye.
No, it's not. It's not very peppery. It's not very rye. Like I say, it's cooling, which I don't really get with the rye. For those of you that don't know, when I taste whiskeys, I get two really big effects. A cooling effect that like cools you down and is silky and smooth, or a heating effect where it kind of makes your cheeks warm up and, you know, it's a little bit, it's not necessarily the bite factor, it's a warming effect. And this is a cooling effect. Very small hints of rye.
It's very like nominal.
I think you used a word last Tuesday called muted. It's very muted.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's really good.
Yeah. It would make a good Sazerac.
I think it would be good on an ice ball.
I'd like to revisit this and maybe compare it to the Jack Daniel's rye, the a Buffalo Trace rye.
I'm having a hard time
Jim Beam rye.
on the flavor.
Yeah, me too. I have its cooling effect. It is hints of rye. It's very muted. A little bit of vanilla, but not much. Not even getting molasses.
A little water.
Yeah.
Is it more of the rye? I'm thinking.
Ooh, I'm getting cereal. So there might be some wheat or barley in there. There's a little bit of cereal.
Is Captain Crunch coming in?
What is the other one?
Crunchberry.
Now, what's the, not the frosted wheated toast, but the other one? Remember the things that look like little hay bales?
Oh, yeah.
But not the frosted. Not much on the aroma with water.
No, but it kind of like, it gives out a little more flavor with the water.
Yeah. Gives it a... Gives it kind of a thick... almost anise. I don't know.
The viscous kind of like...
Yeah. So this is where, after this episode, we read your comments about what you get out of it, but we also go to the webpage, or at least I do, and see what they say. Usually, we're pretty close to what, other than distillery websites and distillers and blenders tend to be much more floral in their language, you know, much more elaborate in their language.
Trying to pump
it up, but we're really quite close. And I've given some tastings to people before where we've had a whole row of stuff, and then I make them describe it, and then I'll tell them what I get, and then I'll tell them what the distiller says. And a lot of them are like, I got that one right. I'm like, there's no right or wrong.
No, it's what you like.
Yeah, it's what you like. But they chose it as a quiz contest to see who could get closer to the distiller.
But
and that's kind of fun.
I would definitely buy this.
Oh yeah. In fact, if I end up giving this back, I'll have to go get a bottle, because we do distiller spotlights, and I might not give this back until we do the George Dickle distiller spotlight, because I have other Dickles hanging around.
He's not going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he forgot.
He's going to say, where has this been all this?
I'm pretty sure he forgot. So, all right. So flavor, I'm going to have to say it's just a 3. It's very mid-range, mellow, whatever. Yeah. But we did say the bite was a 5. I'm still not getting a lot of heat from it.
Even when you put the water in there, it's just so smooth.
Yeah. And at 90 proof, you would expect a bit of a bite on a rye.
Yeah, because a rye is always like
it's peppery to begin with. So if we look at this, wow, this is a 14.5 points. This is a 3.5 rating. I can't give myself to give it a boost of 4, but 3.5 for a $20 bottle of rye.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, that is substantially super. I mean, that's nice. So for those of you, the common man type of people that are looking out there, and you want a pretty good bottle of rye, George Dickle.
This is the one to get.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. That's inexpensive. Now there's going to be more expensive ones. I'm a big Sazerac fan, and Sazerac's about the same cost, but it's a lot more peppery and stuff. But I'm also a big craft whiskey fan. We could pull out some spectacular ryes that are 50, 60, 70 bucks. So
yeah, that's the thing. It's like I said in the last episode,
2 weeks ago or a week ago, we did Whistle Pig, which is a rye.
Yeah.
And it's about the same rating, I think. I can't remember what we rated that Whistle Pig 10. And that's a $70, almost an $80 bottle.
Like I said on the last episode, I got the Blacklands, and that's like $40 or.
Yeah, I thought Blackland was cheaper. I thought it was in the $30 range.
Maybe, I can't remember. And then I got the Redemption, and it's like, $30.
As you're watching this video, I'm actually in the UK. You're here. I'm in the UK doing some hunting and collecting and visiting my grandchildren. But this makes me think when I get back, we're going to have to do an episode of ryes. A whole bunch of ryes. Talk about our best ryes. So leave comments below about what ryes we should include in that as well. Unfortunately, not everybody gets to the end of the video, so if you didn't, I might have to put a disclaimer at the front that says, please watch to the end for an important poll. I'll have to learn how to do YouTube polls, but you can leave I can do them on Facebook. You can leave the comments there. But have a great Thursday. Enjoy your upcoming weekend and your summer. Hopefully I will be bringing back some excellent things for you, and Andy will be working as always. Maybe he will buy something for the bar one of these days. Just joking.
There's nothing I can. You have everything. I can't buy anything.
Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as our merchandise. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is really good rye.
This is
cheers.
For the price, it's bordering on great whiskey.
Yep. Oh, and I only put a 3 down, and it's a 3.5. I should mark that before I screw it up. All right. Cheers, guys.
Later.
Bye.